You know that primal, silent moment when a parent realizes someone's hurt their kid? Yeah, that moment changes you. When an HOA bully slapped my daughter in front of her classmates, and his mother faked a video to frame her, I promised myself one thing: they'd regret every lie, every smirk, and every fine they ever sent my way. But before we get to the night their empire of lies collapsed, let me take you back to where it all began. Lunchroom noise, chatter trays, laughter, then crack. A sound that silenced an entire cafeteria. My daughter, Tiffany, sat still, a red mark blooming on her cheek. Her eyes didn't tear up. They froze over. Across from her stood Chad Henderson, the golden boy of Oak Meadows High, son of the HOA president, Richard Henderson, and his wife, Karen. Tiffany didn't cry. She turned her head slow, eyes locked on him, and said quietly, "Nice swing." Cameras love angles. Phones were already up. 30 seconds later, Chad was on the ground. Not from violence, but from humiliation. By sundown, his parents were next. It was Tiffany's first week at the new school. She's 16, whip-smart, sarcastic, fearless. She inherited my humor, but turned it into a weapon sharper than mine. My wife, Dana, is calm, precise, the kind of woman who writes battle plans in a notebook before making coffee. And me? I'm Jim Bowman, an ordinary dad who fixes things for a living. Until someone broke my kid's peace. We just moved into Oak Meadows, the kind of neighborhood where grass height mattered more than kindness. Richard Henderson ruled the HOA like it was his private kingdom. His son, Chad, was the entitled prince. Tiffany, of course, sized him up in 5 seconds flat. That day, Chad was picking on a younger student, lunch money, old school bully stuff. Tiffany didn't stand and shout. She just muttered, "Wow, I haven't seen a shakedown that clumsy since my dad tried IKEA furniture." The table laughed. Chad turned red. He stomped over. "You think you're funny, new girl?" Tiffany took a slow bite of her apple. "Funnier than you, apparently. Low bar, though." He leaned in. "Stand up." "I am standing," she said, on self-respect. "You should try it." Then came the slap, sloppy and fast. The vice principal rushed in. Phones recorded everything. Chad was escorted out, yelling. Tiffany just adjusted her hair. An hour later, the school called. I left work immediately. When I got there, Dana already had notes written. Timestamps, teacher names, everything. The school called it a peer dispute. 3-day suspension for Chad. I wanted to explode, but Dana whispered, "Not here. We handle this our way." That night, dinner was tense but steady. We thought it was over. But that slap wasn't the end. It was the opening shot. The next morning, we got our first HOA notice. $200 fine. Improper font on house numbers. Our crime? The number 4 didn't have decorative curls. At the bottom, the signature of Richard Henderson, HOA president. They'd drawn their battle line right across our lawn. Later that night, my doorbell cam pinged. The feed showed a figure creeping toward our porch. Hoodie, spray can. It was Chad. He spray painted a sloppy word on our walkway, flipped off the camera, and left. Perfect face shot. Timestamp clear as day. I saved the file. Backed it up 3 times. Next morning, I emailed it straight to Richard Henderson. Game over. Right? Wrong. By sunrise, his wife Karen had posted on the HOA's Facebook group a fake security video edited to make Tiffany look like the vandal. They spliced a clip of her walking home into the footage. The comments section turned into a digital mob. Neighbors who waved at us days before were now demanding accountability. Karen was replying to every comment, playing victim. It wasn't just gossip. It was slander. They tried to destroy a 16-year-old girl to protect their bully son. Dana didn't panic, she typed. "I'm archiving every comment," she said, eyes steady. She saved the original files, the doctored video, metadata, timestamps, everything. "They think lies travel faster than truth," she said. "That's only true if truth stands still." From that moment, our kitchen turned into a war room. We didn't fight with fists. We fought with receipts. The fines kept coming. Too tall grass, too green grass, wrong mulch color. Petty, endless harassment. So we fought back, legally and with petty satisfaction. I replaced our mailbox font with the ugliest, curliest legal serif I could find. Dana painted every ripped paint spot from their taped fines with HOA-approved beige squares. Our door looked like a polka-dotted protest sign. Tiffany started photographing every board member who came near our house, her camera shutter clicking like a metronome of defiance. Grant, our youngest, trimmed the curb grass with scissors until it looked like a golf green. They couldn't fine us for breathing, so they tried everything else. A month later, Chad came for Grant. Bad idea. Grant's a wrestler, calm, respectful, and disciplined. Chad cornered him outside the gym with his 2 cronies. "My dad says your family's a joke," Chad sneered. Grant didn't flinch. "Well, then get out of my way," Chad shoved him. Grant moved like water. Ducked, hooked, pinned. It wasn't a fight. It was a lesson. Caught on camera, witnessed by half the gym. When the coach arrived, Chad was crying on the floor. Grant said, "He threw it, I caught it." "We're done, for For the first time, the truth was undeniable. Chad was suspended again. Grant walked free. But I knew Richard Henderson wouldn't take that humiliation quietly. That week, HOA harassment exploded. 5 fines in 3 days, a threatening letter recommending relocation, anonymous messages saying we weren't welcome. Dana filed a formal complaint with the County Housing Authority. I filed a police report attaching every time-stamped image, every fake post, every fine. And then, silence. A week later, I got a call from Officer Reynolds. Mr. Bowman, we've received multiple reports about vandalism, online defamation, and HOA harassment, all traced back to the Henderson family. Turns out, Dana's meticulous documentation, every screenshot, every metadata log became evidence. Within days, the Hendersons were facing community investigation. Their doctored video? Proven fake. Their fines? Found to be retaliatory and illegal. The HOA board? Dissolved. The neighborhood Facebook page? Deleted overnight. The news spread fast. Local paper headline, HOA president steps down amid harassment scandal. Karen deleted her social media. Richard sold his house within a month. Chad transferred schools. When the moving truck rolled away, Tiffany stood at the window, calm as ever. She looked at me and said, "Guess lies don't travel that far after all." That night we ate dinner on the porch. The same porch where it all began. No more envelopes. No more beige squares. Dana raised her glass. "Tell the truth," she said. Tiffany clinked hers. "And a petty revenge." Grant grinned. "And scissors." We laughed, loud, free, victorious. And me? I looked out at the quiet street and thought, you can't outlie a family that keeps receipts.